Buying Bitcoin NFTs. It's a strange concept, but it's blowing up right now. Let's jump in and check out what's dropped and a release that I'm kind of looking forward to. Let's jump in and check it out. First up, I want to say if you could hit up that like button, it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Also down below, there are chapters so you can fast forward to the sections that you want to help you navigate the video easier. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before jumping into the NFT space. So Bitcoin Birds is what I would say is the most notable drop in the Bitcoin NFT space, and it was settled on Stacks. So basically what Stacks is Stacks is a layer above the NFT network, so that's where the NFT had actually worked, but it's settled on the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, Trevor Owens, who is a noticeable person in the crypto and NFT space, he's actually put out a video explaining what Stacks is. So I've actually got a link for it right here. So you can click on this link after you watch this video, of course, to check that out. It's a very in-depth detail about what Stacks is, but essentially it's a layer above Bitcoin. So when you are settling, it's settled on the Bitcoin network. Now, here's an article from about 3 weeks ago. Bitcoin NFTs are emerging on Stacks. Can they thrive? Then 3 days later, this article comes out. Stacks blows up 57% after Bitcoin NFTs take off. And the article references Bitcoin Birds. Now, to show how crazy this has blown up, you could have picked up one of the Bitcoin Birds for 20 stacks. The current floor price right now is almost 7,000 stacks. That's a 350x gain in about 20 days when it comes to this. So at the moment, this chain is absolutely blowing up. And I think it's because it's got this first mover advantage. Any NFTs that are being launched on the Stacks network is kind of going to have a bit of a kick. Same as Solana when Degenerate Ape Academy came out, and that absolutely blew up. I believe that there's going to be some first mover advantage when it comes to projects launched on the Stacks network, and essentially being a Bitcoin NFT, I believe that you're going to see some huge potential upside. Now, jumping in and having a look, there was the 400 sold at the 20, and you can see an idea of what the art looks like here. Now, it's not too groundbreaking in terms of what the artwork is, but because it did have that first mover advantage when it comes to being settled on the Bitcoin blockchain, this is where I feel like this value comes in. And this is where I feel like there may be some potential upside if you're looking for some NFTs that are in a different space that might have more upside. Because when it comes down to it, when you think about some of the older NFTs on the Ethereum network, when you look at CryptoPunks, and then even in recent times you look at Bored Ape, because they've been around for a while and because they're established, I believe that they hold some weight when new people come into it. The Stacks network, when it comes to Bitcoin NFTs, is very new. So I believe that there is a chance to actually jump in and snag up some of these NFTs at what can be considered a low cost. So having a look at some of the NFTs that are actually listed, and I'm on Stacks Art, which is a marketplace, we can see here that I believe we're waiting for something that is a little bit more mature. Like, you've got these ice cream pops, you've got these donuts, and then you've got a punk variation. So I believe we're waiting for another few projects that can kind of like hit the mainstream when it comes to what it is, and see some huge gains, which will then bring more attention to the Stacks network and Bitcoin NFTs, which will then kind of blow it up. So when I was having a look around for upcoming drops on the Stacks network, this one caught my eye. The Explorer Guild. So the reason I like this project is that the art seems more like what you would see in an established project on the Ethereum network. Now, it is a 10,000 profile picture project. The other aspect that I like about this is that it's going to be an access token to a blogging platform. And then when you have a look at the website, it's got everything that you would expect in an established project. So it's got a responsive website, it's well designed, and it's got all the information that you would need when it comes to a project. When it comes down to the team also have all of their information here, so you can then jump in and check out and see who they are. Now, the other aspect of this platform that I won't necessarily be using myself, but I like the thought behind it, is that each of the NFTs will be a utility token for Seagull. So Seagull is going to be a decentralized blogging platform where you can write and earn Bitcoin. Now, I really like this idea because when you take into account how people will be kind of blogging and communicating and writing articles and websites in the future, and when we kind of do get to a mainstream Web 3.0 adoption, the fact that people will be able to kind of write articles and then earn money from them when everyone's got their wallets attached to it, this seems like it has a real big utility. Now, when we jump over onto their Discord, we can see here that they've got almost 7,000 people on their Discord, and they're going to be minting on the 3rd of November. Now, they've got some information here about what the Explorer Guild is and how it works. Now, when we have a look at the pricing, how much will an Explorer cost to mint? The target mint will be 100 STX, but if STX continues to moon before the drop, we will consider lowering the price. Now, I'm a big fan of people that are able to kind of move on the price so that if the price rises or drops, they're flexible with it and it's not tied to a particular number, because if ETH does moon, you don't want to be paying double the cost because you know you're just lining the pockets. The fact that they're going to be flexible with what the cost of the NFT is going to be, I'm a big fan of that. Now, when it comes to loading up a wallet to actually kind of jump in on a mint like this is where it gets a little bit different from what you would usually expect. Can you use MetaMask? No, you can't use MetaMask. You need to download the Stacks web wallet from Hero. And how do you get Stacks? Binance and OKCoin are two options. Now, I don't see this as a bad thing. I see this as a good thing because it shows that there's going to be a barrier to entry into the project other than someone just going to the website, connecting their MetaMask wallet and hitting mint. The fact it's going to be a little bit more difficult, to me, makes me think that there's going to be more upside down the line and in the future. So should you buy into NFTs that are settled on the Bitcoin blockchain? I think that if you're the kind of person that likes to move on early access tokens, the kind of person that likes to get on the pre-sale and whitelist of tokens that are about to release when it gets like things like DeFi, if you're the person that likes to kind of jump into the early Solana and the early Cardano NFTs, then this might be a good thing to kind of jump in and explore because it's still going to have that new mover advantage. When you have a look at what is actually listed, there isn't too much here. The space has a lot of room to grow, and I feel like being in this space, you may be able to catch a few gains. The fact that you could have picked up a Bitcoin bird for 20 and then sold it for 7,000 shows that you could have easily made those 100x gains. When someone say, hey, make 100x gains, you could have easily made it 200 or 300x gains for very low risk. That's why I believe that this space might just be at that cusp of popping off. And when it comes down to a project like the Explorer Guild, should you buy into a project like the Explorer Guild? I think you need to think about what a project like this looks like when it comes to what is on the platform. The artwork here looks vastly different to the artwork that's actually listed. I believe that this could then have a really big upside. The gamble that you're really playing with here is if the Stacks network and Bitcoin NFTs become huge and take a share of the Ethereum NFTs, will a project like this become that legacy item? Now, I think Bitcoin birds will become the CryptoPunks of the Bitcoin NFT. But what I do think you should consider is what else will be supporting it. What will be the Bored Ape? What will be the Cool Cats? What will be the art blocks of the Bitcoin NFT space? Now, it needs to be something unique. It needs to be something interesting. It needs to be something that's not just a copycat of an Ethereum NFT. And that's why I feel like jumping into this space and really deep diving and exploring it is where you can actually catch this huge upside. Because if you could mint a project like this or any other project, and it even has the gains of only 1% of what Bitcoin birds did, you're going to make an easy 3.5x. Which isn't bad when it comes to any project. So overall, it was a different kind of video, this one. I hope you found a little bit of information, and I hope that I've kind of given you a spark to go out there and explore something a little bit different to hopefully find an absolute cracker of an NFT project. If you find or see any Stacks NFT projects, drop a comment below because I'd like to jump in and check them out. I do believe that the first mover advantage may be helpful when it comes to this new space and where this can mature later. I also want to explain the giveaway. I'm giving away 0.1 ETH when we reach 5,000 subscribers. Down below, there is a link to Twitter and the pinned tweet. Jump in, follow me on Twitter, subscribe here, but also retweet that tweet. And when we reach 5,000 subs, someone will be getting that 0.1 ETH. So good luck to you in the giveaway. As always, it's been a pleasure having you with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.